Hey everyone, Ghengis here. I'm going to be doing something different tonight. We're trying to improve the channel a little. I usually just stream and do Let's Play videos, first impressions and whatnot, a little cleaning the closet, older games that you don't touch anymore. But however, recently on one of my streams, I had a visitor by the name of Ratty Star. Ratty Star. I'll leave a link in the description. Please go check his channel out. It is quite amazing. I decided to, after watching his heavy weapons build video, I would throw one up on my own here. I need to get some criticism. I'm trying to improve my character with certain limitations on my main character that aren't that great. I've had friends tell me about how what I'm doing isn't quite that good. Let me see here. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to throw up my heavy weapons build for you. If you like it, cool, leave me a like. Please subscribe, that kind of thing, whatever. If you don't want to, that's fine. If you see something that can be improved, please leave a comment, because I am looking to improve this character somehow. I'm tired of sucking. I haven't really found a good weapon, so currently I'm rolling with Raider power armor and a Gatling gun. And also I use a Broadsider and a Harpoon because I'm trying to go a little off the books without, I'm not using any of the modern weapons like the minigun, which I like the minigun, but good lord, it blows through some ammo. But let's dive right into this so I don't waste your time, because I don't really want to waste your time here. So what we got, let me put my specials in. So we are currently rolling with a 15 strength and a 7 perception, and I know this is low, but a 4 endurance, because I don't know, I seem to be holding my own with that bit of endurance. My charisma is holding at 10. I've got an 8 intelligence. We also have a 3 agility, because I needed at least a 2 for ammo smith, because if you don't have ammo smith and you're rolling with heavy weapons, even the Gatling gun, you're going to be in trouble. And then luck is rolling at 9. I had to lower that from 15. For the longest time, my little cannibal leader of the Church of Ron was just really freaking lucky. So let's go over to our strength. We'll hit these first. So the simplest ones to add, we have our heavy weapon skills. We have rank 3 heavy weapon, rank 3 expert heavy weapon, and rank 3 master heavy weapon. For obvious reasons, it increases the damage, which is nice. The Gatling gun isn't too bad on its damage. It's about 100 or so right now. I'm still trying to find a good weapon. I'm not rolling with a legendary weapon, sadly. I'd love to find a legendary Gatling gun, but I haven't been able to find one. The only one I found that was legendary was a lower level, did less damage, and its abilities were just negligible. So our, of course I closed it. So the next one we have is the the bullet shield. Where's our bullet shield at? Because with the Gatling gun, you're going to be just holding down the trigger and chugging along. It's not a bad little weapon. Even without the speedy receiver, the rate of fire isn't horrid, and it saves ammo. It just doesn't just burp out ammo. And then obviously, well, not obviously, I guess I have bare arms maxed out, because I'm trying to, my build is based around the heavy weapons, like the Gatling gun, obviously my primary, the Harpoon gun, which I'm trying to find a good one. I lost a good one, sadly. I should never have gotten rid of it. And then the Broadsider. The Broadsider does not gain the benefit of the heavy gunner skills. It still does a decent amount of damage, and it pretty much blows the legs off of super mutants. I found that out recently at West Tech. It was interesting. Just, I think one shot I was knocking their legs out, and they were just crippled on the ground. And also I did not take the loading skill. Which one is that? Let me find it here. I did not take it because, well, it was pointless. The Gatling gun loads so fast that you don't need it. I don't even see it here. I'm missing it. Maybe it's, oh, lock and load. Yeah, you don't really need lock and load if you're using the Gatling gun, because the Gatling gun loads extra fast. It's a really fast loading gun. Even if you put the extended magazine, which has 500 rounds, I mean, even if you have to reload, you can tend to pick your spots to reload. So anyway, over to perception, we have the glowing sight, the glow sight. Once I find it here, we got to find it. Yep, rank 3 glow sight. You need that for the blast area after a nuke is dropped, because there's a lot of glow ones in there. And I learned that from experience. I rolled into there and was taken off guard, and I had a bad time on my first time. My first time wasn't so good, just like most of my first times. And then since I'm using the Raider armor, I use Refractor. It gives me a little boost to my energy resistance, because the Raider armor, it's pretty basic. It's even Steven across the board on physical energy and, you know, rad resistance. Yeah, so off to the endurance. Speaking of rad resistance, we use rad resistance because that's another thing I learned. I pop a lot of rad X, but you know, Raider armor is not the greatest in that, so that helps out a lot. So that takes care of our endurance right now. So off to the charisma now. I do a decent amount of grouping up and helping people, but a lot of times I'm on my own, so I need Lone Wanderer, obviously. So, and then to help me with survivability, I tend to take Suppressor, and to deal damage out, Tenderizer. I like those skills for some reason. Now, if you group up, make sure you have other skills. By the time you're up to this point, you have some extras like inspiration or whatever to replace Lone Wanderer. Just don't forget to replace it when you group up, because you know it's wasted four points if you don't. And then on to intelligence. This one here could be a little better, and I'm stuck in my ways on this one. For this one here, I tend to use rank 1 batteries included. I know it lowers the weight of the fusion cores a little bit, so that's all I want. I don't need a lot. And then I have rank 1 power user. I haven't really changed cores enough. They seem to drain really slow, even with me using VATS all the time, but I don't really use VATS all the time now. But just that rank 1 power user seems to work. I don't carry that many cores around. I haven't really run out. So, and then power patcher, number one power patcher. You gotta have power patcher, because holy hell, that armor wears down quick. So that really helps me out. I've forgotten to re-equip it a couple times because I was using my gunsmith skill and forgot to put the skill back on, because I'm scatterbrained and I paid for it. And then finally for intelligence, we have stabilized. I mean, it's ignoring 45% of the armor really helps. So that covers our intelligence. Now the agility is kind of a throwaway for me. I needed at least a 2, because you got to have ammo smith, or at least for me anyway. So what we have is just rank 1 born survivor. I know you're probably thinking you go higher, but I always go just rank 1, because I don't like wasting my stim packs. And once I get down to 20%, it hits it anyway and jumps it back up. Good to go. And then I take through hiker, because for some freaking reason, lately with one of the patches recently, I seem to be going through a lot more food and drink. So I've got to start. I've had to start carrying more. I don't know what's going on. And then over here on the luck side of things, we going with 1 gun army. Let me find it. It's down there. I think it's one of the higher level skills. But you know, there it is. Okay, so that'll stagger opponents, and it has a chance to cripple a limb. Good to go. And then we got I found this one. I know a lot of people probably use it earlier on, but it took me a while to realize, because Bloody Mess used to be a waste. I mean, it was just, to me it was a waste, but now it adds 15% damage. You know, now it's annoying whenever you're killing things and suddenly they're all pulped and the battle's over and you're going to loot, and it's hard to find everything because, well, you got gore everywhere. But it is funny whenever you're with a group and they're you're on a catwalk and everyone's below you, and then suddenly just they're drenched with meat just falling from the ceiling. That happened to my wife. It was pretty freaking funny. And then finally, we're using a fast-firing weapon, or relatively fast. Luck of the draw, I like. It extends the life of that gun. And then, like I said, when it does finally wear down, which it will, because for some reason the Gatling gun doesn't have much in the way of durability, you have your other heavy weapons you can switch off to. Harpoons, I like the harpoon gun, I like the broadsider, they're nice. So, yep, this is pretty much what my build looks like now. I've done fairly well. I've survived fairly well. I mean, even with the lower health, because of the 4 endurance, I've had no trouble. Even with the Raider armor, with its lower damage resistance, I've had no trouble. I've been able to survive a lot of beatings, and right now I don't have a legendary weapon. Haven't been able to find one. I've had horrible luck on legendary weapons, so the Gatling gun's what I got. I built it myself. I modded it up. I did not put that freaking bayonet on it. As cool as it looked, no bayonet. So yeah, that's what we got. If you guys have any suggestions, please put it in the comments. I'd really appreciate it. I really appreciate your time watching this video. You guys have a great evening, and I'm signing out here. And on a final note, please go visit Ratty Star's channel. Dude deserves more subscribers. He does some great work, some great challenges, very entertaining. Go support Ratty Star, please. Even if you do not subscribe to my channel, head over to his channel and subscribe. So till next time, and yeah, till next time, I'll see you in the Appalachie. Good night, everyone.